keep your ass on the table. Hell on with the damn place that I wouldn't know. What you know, brother?
What's going on, Benji? Hey, Snoop, what's up, baby girl? Rondo, hey, Rondo, man. We got to program our shit together, bro. We should have done it last time, but, you know, we was having a good time, and we got to program, because we got the same. We got to program ours. It's just number the channel, but as far as the dial-ups, programming it, that's what I'm doing, right? That's what I was doing, besides making my watermelon and stuff like that, and my mushroom coffee. Excuse me, coffee. Okay, I want to make sure SK, so I can call right. I just want to see something right quick. Damn, do I gotta charge this thing? Oh, dude, it's been on all this time. I gotta charge it, dog. How in the fuck was it on all this time? Are you kidding me? You got to be kidding me. Unbelievable, bro. I gotta charge it. So, even though I got 2 batteries, I still gotta charge it. Where's the charger at? Is it upstairs? Oh shit, I think I got it upstairs. God dang it. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Excuse me, guys. Hold on. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Dude. Mamma mia! You got to be kidding me, bro. Mamma mia! That's fine. Started here in a minute. I just want to make sure I had everything right. Is this the right one or is this for the other ones? Hold on. Okay. Nah, dude. That's it right there. Holy shit. Where the hell did I put it? You know what? I got a lot of electronic stuff, guys. Not like a lot, but... And I put stuff up when the cat gets to playing with it. If you get what I'm coming from. And sometimes I put stuff in drawers, and I got a funny feeling because I was charging this and he started playing with it. This is not the right one. I believe that there's a possibility. Yeah. It's not. This is for the other one. This is for those right there. Excuse me. Well, he's not messing with the stuff now like he was before, unless I'm not here. And he's still a butthead. He's my little butthead, but oh, is that? God dang it, man. Kidding me, dude? Yeah. I know y'all like in a rush and shit, but you're gonna have to be in a rush. Take my time with this shit. Are you freaking kidding me, man? Okay. So, you know what? It might be. Damn, I think I got upstairs. You know what? I think it's upstairs, and I'm down here looking like a retarded. I went upstairs to grab the other one to see if it would fit, but it's got to be upstairs. Okay, there we go. That's why. Hey, look, stop looking at me when you let you smile at this shit. Yeah, your ass. Touching shit all the time. Little nigga. Little motherfucker, you. This motherfucker, he's smiling at me and shit like, yeah, got you, motherfucker. Yeah, you got me all right. Anyway, we'll go ahead and find it later. It's in here. It's in here. Obviously, it's just. I know it's in here. It might be in a big sliding drawers, but I usually would keep it in the box. Anywho, I think I can plug it up and charge it as well. But if I remember right, and this one, I think it's the one that goes on it. Yeah, I believe this is it. Let me see something here. Okay. Duh. So anyway, but I have the little plate charger as well. And yeah, Rhonda, we got a program ours together. And anyone else that has it, you will be well informed as to the signal. Make sure I got it right. No, it's. Got the power cord. No, it's got to be upstairs. It is. It's got to be it because I remember. I think it's beside the bed upstairs. Yeah, it's got to be. Anyway, so we're gonna charge it up. Well, I got an extra. It comes with 2 batteries, so. And I believe this right here plugs into the side where you hook the battery up, and it's the bioflow, this right here. So you put a USB, plug it in, boom. So I'm gonna do that right now. Make sure that's the case. But I have the platform that goes with it. So remove the headphone. We're gonna see right now. Pop that in there. Put the dead battery on. Oh, is this the dead battery or is this the other one? Okay. Pop in. Okay. Well, this one's strong. gotta slide it forward while it's popped down, and there we go. Oh, no, this is the charged one. Excuse me. That one there. I grabbed the wrong one. Okay, here we go. Okay. Good. Yeah, it's upstairs because I thought I had it down here, and he kept knocking it. He knocked stuff on the floor. These are the other ones right here. I've got like 6, and I keep 4 down here, and I keep 2. I always rotate them out. I keep one in my bug out bag, and I keep. You can't have it in like below. I forget what Celsius and above. So well, if it's like when it was like 3 digits, I would bring it in, and if I go out in the truck, I would take it out there with me. That's just a little information for you guys. All right, let's go ahead and hook this bad boy up. Run it in. Just plug it in. Is this unplugged? 100%? Good. We could have just ran it in there. No, no, wait. See, you coming over to play with, aren't you? Yeah, it was completely dead. Holy shit. That was dead. And that's the gravel. Correct. We're going to let this go for a few minutes. Hold on. Let me make sure this is the right one. Stop. Why are you looking at it? Like you want to do something. You little butthead. Okay. Run this one. Excuse me, guys. I could have done it beforehand, but I didn't. So I'm doing it now. It's the wrong one. Not every, works on every... This is for my phones. I don't even really use it. There we go. Okay. There we go. Anyway, let's go ahead and get it going. You just like that, don't you? Yeah. I didn't know, but that was on me because I left it on. My mistake. That's from my old light. That over there, I gotta put that upstairs as well. I hope it's upstairs. It better be upstairs because I know I charged it down here, but I did take it upstairs, I believe. Anyway, what's going on, guys? Hey, look, man. Turn that shit down. I'm not gonna read now which cards today. Leave it alone. He's up here. He's right here, y'all. Anyway, I'm not gonna read none of my which cards today, and there's a bunch of them. Trust me, I just don't feel like doing that. I want to discuss this. You know, it's funny how I'm seeing people who grew up in Chicago who I always have respect for everybody, but who have this mentality, this illusion of this tough guy mentality. Like I've been everywhere through this beautiful country of mine. I've seen the same thing everywhere, regardless of it being greater numbers in certain places compared to others. There's periods of times. And then there's places not even discussed because of the demographic, the demography. And you would think that when people become an adult and you're nurturing children and you got a woman or you're dating or whatever it may be, that you would, speaking positively, that you would move beyond that. But if you're still holding up, Bloods, Crips, GDs, Disciples, Latin Kings, and all this other stuff, and it's about who's the greater or better killer, you're pathetic. You are worthless. You're not part of the solution. You shouldn't be speaking on anything based upon anything that represents the embetterment and empowerment and returning to natural order. And if you don't see natural order because you're a shell shock or you have that serious a trauma, you shouldn't be speaking. You need to back off and regather yourself and get your head right. Now, I've been noticing that with about 3 individuals, you know, one's from Newark, New Jersey, one's from Chicago, and the other one's from Detroit. Not in one of them places. To kill a person and talking about music, talking about killing your own, that's pussy music. Most of those Negroes, the majority, 90% of them are homosexuals. The majority of them. Anybody can kill anybody. Women killing people and serial killers just as well as their men. So that's some punk stuff. And if you're sitting there and that's what you're going to represent, I'm going to represent my hood and and I'm bad. No, drill music. I was looking at a friend of mine did a video and he sent it to me. And I told him, take that shit and burn it. Orlando, Florida, right? It's a good friend of mine, Pelskin. But he's married to a melanated sister and everything like that. We served together for about 6 years. He was raised that way, y'all. So besides him having his great grandma being of our lineage, and he was just recording, and what he had got the new little setup with the gimbal, the one that when you walk, it's not all shaky and stuff. And I'm looking at these sisters walking around. Girl, if your belly is bigger than your ass, you do not need to be wearing something that looks like flesh with Spider-Man threads on the side with your cheeks hanging out the bottom. You, my dear, somebody lied to you, and that is nothing good about it. Some people say about that's because it's the youth. Excuse me, I know Snoo and a whole lot of women are absolutely phenomenally, magnificently beautiful, and they didn't walk around dressed like the skeezers today. That is based upon the conscription and ideology and the narrative of fake ass the music industry, because they knew what they've done. You know, you look at all these little musicians, these little weirdo fucks, these little ex-porn stars and strippers, people who have a voice and been grafted, selected probably to do what they're doing. And these women believe, some of them idolize these people. If you was to sit by some woman, some of these young girls talking smack about one of these goofballs, Megan Thee Stallion, whatever, they'll probably stick you in your neck with a knife. Not because they're that damn dumb, just because that's the generation they're part of. Ipso facto. And then we have these people who can make a change and change the dynamics of it. And they want to still walk around acting like they some goddamn kind of gangster or something. You know what a gangster is? First of all, you know what a thug is based on the Hindu, which Hindu and all this shit is made up identities, and it's not real history. It's not. Islam, Hindu, Christianity, all this bullshit. People have been subjugated, and that's why the world is in the state it is. But a thug is a thuggy. Remember I was telling you all about desert demons? The period of the fall of Tartary? And what transpired after? Look it up. I told y'all to look up the word God. And you'll have a hard time doing that, don't you? All the information is there, but it's hard to search it up. It pretty much literally means you. It has nothing to do with the omnipotent. You're sentient. They made you believe you're physical. And they walk around in circles talking about who they believe themselves to be. Like they ruled over. They didn't rule over shit. They worked in darkness in the corners and secrecy, and they had a love for something that they should not have had. It's like that guy that goes to war and he gets this affliction of loving death, cutting ears and wearing them around their neck, fingers, keeping them in a claret box, and really, seriously, cutting skin tattoos off and saving them and curing them with salt. You think I'm joking? That's who these bastards are. And you want to call them your politicians and all that other stuff because they put on a good act in front of you? They're used to lying to you because they know that you're dumb. So we're looking at Hawaii. I shared this too. I shared it. I don't know if I shared it with anybody else. The laser strike on the gas station and how it blew up. And some people want to doubt that. Dude, I was in the Navy, man. Let me tell you something. You ain't got to believe a damn thing for all I care. You can go in your house and if you got a natural gas stove, go in there and leave it leaking. Sometimes they leak because the O-rings go out and light a match and see what happens. I'll see you in the hereafter. Maybe. People aren't too bright. And they swear up and down they are. But I see more and more people are paying attention. And they're doing the research and they're coming up with some good information. You don't have to always be stuck in or succumb to Stockholm Syndrome. That's because these fake motherfuckers allowed, and listen to what I'm saying, allowed this perversion. The funny thing is, you think that a lot of these people who are gay, not all, but the majority are mentally ill, they had to be allowed to act this way. Think about it. You think you're in battle with them? So that means that the government allowed you and censors you, and so it shuts you down? Do you really believe that? You give them that kind of power, y'all? You have dumbass neo-Nazis. They don't even know what the word Nazi, neo actually means. These retarded little peckerwoods don't even know what their true identity. Don't even know what the salute. This is our. Are y'all aware this is our original salute? No, seriously. This is before this bullshit. This and this bullshit. This was our shit. These retarded monkeys don't know nothing. You hear me? They don't know nothing. I had this little knucklehead attempting to debate me on the Confederate flag, and I said, "Well, which one is the original?" He didn't know what to say. I says, "You don't even see it." I said, "The one closest to the original one, but doesn't look nothing like it." Was the Alabama fighting 18th. The one with Black Lives, Shiloh, and so on. He said, "Oh, man." I says, "Trust me, they did their best to get rid of it." He says, "Nobody don't know the truth of history." And then those who fought on our side changed their identity and everything. When I was telling y'all that there were pale-skinned Negroes and black folks there, you think I'm making that up? Some of y'all live around them, you won't even go out and ask them because you're pussy. I don't have to prove nothing. I speak from evidence, the fact, and the fact that I lived that life. I know quite a few of them. If you're Mongol, you're not indigenous to this land. It doesn't mean that your ancestors didn't know about it. Or no, it doesn't mean that they didn't visit. You're not indigenous to this part. You're indigenous to the earth. But not this part. This land was founded by me and my ancestors. By my ancestors. Oops. And y'all argue as if a pale skin, straight hair has some affiliation to the truth. Man, we have people over here in fake ass Africa not denoting the people, because they're the true Europeans. The first segregation. Climate and diet will change you. They're our relatives. Regardless of all you motherfuckers listen to these people, ain't nothing African about us. No, we're not African. Never have been, never will be. Shit, they're not either. But because y'all lack authority in the truth, and you speak with irrelevance to what's relevant to you, minuscule in knowledge, and then the idiots running around, because the greater knowledge knows this. I served along a lot of good brothers from over that way. Some that knew that their ancestors came here 100 years prior, 200 years prior. Big facts. My brother Bowman, who served with me, was a doctor. A master's, a doctorate. And they said, "Well, you want to go in office, bro?" He's saying, "No, I want to work with the guys. I want to talk with the guys. Start off as an E1. He came in as an E1. Oh, he moved up quick. And that was my brother. And he says, yeah. He says, I'm fourth or fifth generation. My people fled the land that they call America. I said, oh, you know about that? He says, and we had to be quiet on the ship because they could hear everything. We was gee-donking. We get together, and then our Moroccan brother was about 6 foot. This tall motherfucker, I don't know, but he came in the Navy, got his American citizenship. I love him. Always had that tea, and them damn cheese and crackers. I don't know what's up with the Moroccan anyway, and the Arabs with the good-ass tea now. It ain't Earl Grey and green leaf tea and black. Don't mess with that black shit, y'all. But anyway, it ain't none of that. It's some good-ass motherfucking peach mango. I don't know, some good tea. And just every time I saw him, he's like, hey, man, want some cheese and crackers? Hell yeah, bro. Shit, especially after I had broken my little vegan shit. Well, I wasn't eating meat. I started eating cheese and cream cheese and stuff like that. No dairy, no milk. I don't like milk now. And never did really. And even he said he has family that came from here. And I said, well, when? He says, I was just talking about in the family. It's long ago. It's always passed down. See, only here, mofos don't pass down the real information. That's why it's important that I started speaking and saying what I was saying for the last 30 upside, getting my ass whooped in middle school type years, 40-something years. Before a lot of y'all were even born. I always like to venture out and find things. Though I studied martial arts, boxing, and all these different gyms and pugilism and capoeira and all this other stuff and jiu-jitsu, I always found that my most important place was to spend in the library. It was Montclair North, Veterans Park, talking to the Vietnam vets, hanging with my great-grandma, cooking over here where she lived at, cooking and learning how to cook, make roux and all that. Then going back to my grandmother saying stuff and her going, boy, if you don't say that, you know we don't say that word, we can't say that. You don't whip me, you don't hit me like that. You know, I'm selling weed now. I will shoot you. That's all she would say. She always kept that 38 snub on her ass, and I was like, roger that. Even though I kept 2 Walther PPK 380s all the time. Yeah, this is be like, boy, we don't say it, we don't speak. Look, I used to whip your ass. You don't say it. I said, mama, that's the worst thing you could do. We lose our history. Thank goodness when I went back and took care of Aunt Joe's house, the one y'all saw in the video with Uncle John Amos. Yeah, that's my aunt, Johanna Wright. And my Uncle John, punk ass KC, his ass, I hope his ass still locked up. Meth head nigga. She looked like a Mayan queen, a goddess, right? And you know how John looked. Anywho, she says, you know, you was right. So I was just scared. You know, we didn't want y'all to get dead, lynched, murdered, stolen away at night. That's why we always kept our guns. I said, Mama, I knew. That's why my mama almost killed my ass. Firstborn, oldest. It was a way to keep us, protect us, to get rid of us so the enemy couldn't get us and defile us. The times have changed, but the fear is real, y'all. That's why there's a way to be able to discuss and have these conversations with brothers who seem like they're lurking or stuck in a place they shouldn't be stuck. Sisters, when I say brothers, I mean sisters as well. You got to remember, before a boy was a boy, both sides were considered a girl, and it has nothing to do with feminine or a masculine. It's a worldly affair. It's long, long, long ago, people. So boy has everything to do with an animal. You think I'm kidding? Do the research. We have to change the way we communicate. Even though we are known for many different dialects. Okay? Because that's who we are, we create. Everybody emulates everything we do. Nobody wants to be us. You know why? Because it's in their DNA not to be us. And the ones you see want to be us, it's because they are from us. The fact of the matter is, you just don't know their great-grandparents who changed because of all their great-great-grandparents who changed their identity because of what was happening. But yet, y'all share the information. Well, some of them chose to be white and some of them chose to be Negro or black. You hear that all the time, but y'all will dismiss it. And you don't know how to communicate because you don't know how to pay attention to the individuals and say, who's your great-great-grandma? Do you know who? Well, someone might say I was adopted. So you're one of ours. Again, Caramel, he commented on a post, and he did a wonderful live. He's done quite a few. But I've been always saying this for very long. A lot of those sisters in those pictures holding those little pale babies, why is it that it's the melanated woman and the melanated man that can make all the generations of people you see? You think I'm joking? Go to Georgia, the Carolinas, Texas, and look at all them dark-skinned brothers walking around with eyes like this. Like you would swear there's Chinese in them. Slim built, broad shoulder, can run for days. Look like the Bushmen of old. In the Serengeti. You think I'm kidding you? My boy Abdul, the oldest guy in the breakdancing crew. Look like a little dark mahogany Chinaman. And my eyes, y'all know that's nothing I can do about that. My cheeks, my dimples, all that. My double chin, that's not from the Dutch people. All the small ears. Our people, our ancestors didn't have no big, gigantic ass ears. Do you know what that's from? That is a genetic flaw. Just as straight hair, unless it's very coarse and thick, then that is not a genetic flaw. That's just the way it was meant to grow. But if you listen to science who lie about the food you eat and their chemicals and everything else, then you're a consortium of their profile. You're a victim of their arrogance. We are the last truth. And that's what you need to know. Caramel is our relative. It is our blood relative. And thousands, if not millions more. A lot of them just don't know it. And there are plenty who do. They'd rather just be silent. It is y'all who I'm reaching out to because y'all are the ones who have been very ignorant. And it boggles me. Like I said, the slumber is real. We gave that energy up. You have to pull it back in, but you have to do some work. And I know y'all don't want to do the work. I know it's like, how? And I've been slowly giving you tidbits here and tidbits there, and I didn't drink now for 2 days. This stuff is delicious. I like damn liquid crack. And whatever crack is like. But anywho. Are you kidding me? Okay. I'm gonna throw that shit away. I'm not smoking that. But anywho, I just wanted to reach out to y'all this AM. I just wanted to, I meant to come on a little earlier, but like I said, I had to go ground. Come in, get my watermelon juice made. I wanted to use fresh lemons and they didn't have none, so I didn't use the organic lemon oil either. So I just made the watermelon with a little bit of salt and some watermelon slices. Have me a salad here in about an hour. I'm gonna eat me a big old salad. I gotta pick up some mushrooms. I gotta take this other watermelon, but it's got a bruise on it. I didn't even notice it. And so I won't eat that. So I get it in the fridge. And gonna get a read on it. This morning we're gonna be starting off with the books. We're not gonna go into that. That'll be later. Because I really like to sit up at night. I actually went and read half of that. That's why I was up like very late. I went to bed early. I think I went to bed at 8:25. I went to sleep. Woke up 2.5 hours later, and I was just like, I was dreaming about something I didn't really want to dream. I wanted to, but I just didn't want at the time because I need to have it right there, right with me. So I said, my tablet was 100%. I was like, let me get this. And I started reading in the dark. Well, I always have some kind of light on. It's bad for your eyes. So I had the TV on, but I had the ambient thing with the low music, the 457, 28 gigahertz, whatever. So I had it low. And regardless of it coming out 440, at low, you could feel a little difference. And I read and read. And I got caught up. And before you know it, I noticed I had been up for about 2.5, 3 hours. I was like, I gotta go to sleep. So I turned it off, put it up, didn't even plug it up, and went to sleep for a couple hours. And woke up, had to go to the bathroom. Went back to sleep, and I think I woke up about 5:40. And I was just laying there and clearing my thoughts. And in the AM, I always like to hear the confusion, to see if it's confusion or if it makes sense. And then somebody called me, video chat, and that was a beautiful, wonderful call. And then I had to make a note about my daughter and about going to. I meant to send a letter to my boy about the Glock 43X and purchasing it, but not doing it when my daughter has to do down in Florida. But I got to call her back and find out what's the FL gun store, the gun store and the FFL, and I need the number and all that. So in case if I was to buy it here, I could just send it there or put half on it, and she could pay the other half, get her background check, and pick because I really want her to pay for her rifle. Well, it's just the way it is right now. Or her sidearm. And yeah. So I was making notes. I write things down like that, regardless of just it being simple. Because there's a lot of things, y'all, that I process a lot. No, I mean a whole lot. A lot. Okay, and so I remember I was talking about compartmentalization. Like, seriously, when I'm in my head, I literally am reaching up and pulling down data files, and I know exactly where to look. Now, some things might be conflicting. I'm like, I don't want that. That's not what I'm looking for. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like an OVA 10. I'm getting a lot of military aircraft coming through the airport. Blackhawks, unmarked. Oh, I love it. Like the other day, I think everybody was thinking I was looking for the word hypnotism. No, even though that's what it is, no. It's bigger than that. There are people who are willfully being docked, and their whole perception of reality and truth to be a walking ombudsman of the requiem of what they need to do certain things, to redact emotions and feelings. You get what I'm saying? You don't ever want to be there, trust me, okay? And so all this information that's always going on, and you're capable of it. And some of you might think, I don't. No, stop. Because I have to call the bullshit when the bullshit is bullshit. This comes with a lot of practice. And some people might say, well, because it's some ego or some greater than thou. This is not being better than nobody. I always tell you, I'm not better than anybody. I'm telling you, when I accepted my truth, I accepted everything that got me to where I am, and then I accepted the reality of the truth to which I denied who I am. The recalls, everything, so much. And there's not a moment that doesn't go by that all that stuff, travels, where I've been, stories, the people I talk to, eyes closing that way. You know what I'm saying? The muscle control and everything. I mean, everything is processing always. Not, you would think that's stress. It's like muscle memory. Not at all. How many of y'all starting to press us up? Damn, he read 5 and 6 and 7 books. I read 12 books sometimes a day. And I remember everything I read. Sometimes I go back and if I don't mark a spot and be like, okay, there it goes. You know what I'm saying? That's based upon a memory recall. This is not bragging. I'm saying what you're capable of. That's all I'm doing. I am saying you are capable of all this, processing it. We don't have to walk around in this fragment world of, I'm a thug, I'm from Detroit, and I'm from Louisiana, and then you're undercover homosexual. Or the music is controlling me, and I can't even convey on the fact that it is, because I'm so dumbedified, because I'm in shock, and I can't even admit it because I'm tough. No, that's bitch-ass, punk-ass stuff. Anyone who sit there thinking murder, kill music of your own is anything, you's a dumbass. And then you look at half of these cats getting locked up with their cameras in there. The majority of them are, you know, how do they do it? And that's exactly what they is. And you got so-called grown folk in their 30s and 40s now walking around like that's the stuff. Yeah. And then they get upset. You know what cracks me up is when some of you goofies get upset at Charleston White, and he tells you what he's doing, and he plays it to a T, but you can't even maintain and keep yourself focused. But you didn't look at none of the stuff he did prior to that, which is all recorded. And when he realized he wasn't reaching enough people, so he attacks the idiots. I attack you motherfuckers, and you won't say shit to me. I'll be in your fucking dreams. Try me. I had people feeling some kind of way now that shouldn't be feeling that way because they're weak. Or they doing something they weren't supposed to be doing. You don't have to say everything, nor do you have to call everything out. You see it, if you really see and notice it, you feel me? I was doing my little dumbbell exercises too. That's why it took me a little longer. And I was like, should I put on my back brace? Should I put on my knee braces? I was like, no, this is all shoulder. I ordered the ripstick. That thing is, a friend of mine's got it, and he says, "Yo, Red, that thing's the truth." I want to see for myself, because I'm all about isometrics. I hate lifting weights. I really do. You can get strong with this, you know that. This is what I'm saying. Y'all are so powerful, and you listen to me. Y'all are so powerful, and then I'm talking about in a very righteous way. Now, I know that we got a lot of good people who do videos and lives that say, you know, in Hebrew. I say Hebraicism is a way of life. It is not. The religion is brand new. You got to go back way before that. And see, some people have a hard time dealing with that. But there's nothing wrong with the greetings and all that stuff. Shalom, shalom. The issue at hand is the further back you seek, the more information becomes relevant. So I am never dismissing what some of the brothers and the beloved sisters are talking and doing. The reality is, not dynamically, it is you, but not in the format that has been created and put out there. It's just not. And I know. That's a fact. If you want to shut yourself off believing the earth only existed for 6,000 years, with a 2000 referendum, what is it? Referendum or whatever it's called, like a beginning of a certain dynasty or dynamic of religious ideology, then you shut yourself off from your truth and who you really are. I'm telling you, been here longer than that. Way longer. And then when I subjugate people to say, and this is me being polite when I say 5 to 8, 7, 800 years, they added 1,000 fucking years, y'all. And nobody can go back and see when they added 1,000 years. That means that y'all really don't understand how to add and subtract. They added 1,000 fucking years. They changed the seasons. Somebody said I was crazy for saying 5 seasons, 13 months, and months weren't even called months. And I says, oh, okay. 364 days. When I did the math, shit, 7 years ago on Facebook and I showed everybody, okay, but you're still crazy. I'm like, look, man, if you want to hold on to your master's ideology, you go right ahead, as I stated early on in the video. If you want to be that subject, then go right ahead. We still have idiots running around talking about black, white, red, yellow, not tawny, which is melanated, dark, red, beige, oblique. These are elusive to colors, but they have much more deeper thing. The true blacks, they tell you all the time. The black nobility, the black pope. I'm serious. And nobody pays attention because everybody's stupid. Am I lying? Am I making this up? Yeah, perfect. What's going on, beloved? Like they're in a trance. Snoop looking like, woo. Rondo. Oh, Joshua Jones is on there? Who's that? Herbo, y'all just popped up. Internet's doing this fun thing. Bruce is bad. Yeah, Joshua Jones for sure. How you doing, beloved? Who else just came up in here? Got my brother Herbo. Appreciate it. Oh, what's going on, beloved? What's going on? Edda, what's going on? How you doing, man? Mr. C, what's going on? What's going on, beloveds? Hey, man, it's good to have y'all up in here. Y'all popped up. There was nothing there, so you know how that goes. I got you heard, right? Yeah. So anyway, right? Hey, Jessica Martin, how you doing, beloved? How you doing? Matthew Moore Cooper, hey, peace and blessings, brother. How you doing, beloved? See, y'all, Benji, what's going on, beloved? See how y'all popped up? I need to shout you out before this thing goes off again. Okay, all right, got y'all. So appreciate it. I'm posting with that black truck outside. But anyway, people have a hard time dealing with that. You know, when you talk about things and they say, well, it sounds like you know what you're talking about. Well, it sounds like it. Why can you not feel the vibration? Because I said it's in your head. You know, when I did a little test, I said, say a certain word. Now say it out loud. Now say it in your head. Can you hear it? Did it come out like this? And then we say this is words. It's not words. These are sounds. These are audible sounds based on your teeth, your lips, your tongue, your vocal cord up and through that comes out. And we have been made to believe, believe, I-L, standing, Eve, female, depository, the warmth, to be receptive, right? Receptive is the vice, the same thing as the visage of the first meaning. Meaning, to give, right? Sounds, vibrations. Like when I'm standing out there in the grounding and I'm sitting in front of everybody, I'm going from the diaphragm. I hear the flux and I'm like, what's going on? My diaphragm's flux. It shouldn't be happening. I have to strengthen that core muscle. So now I go deep. I seek the me, the I, the standing. Always mean the same thing. And then I go, wait a minute. And I do it for over a minute because I hyperventilated, which is another base of frequency, vibration, because the body feels it. Now allow the fluctuation to be felt all over, tingling in my tips, my toes, and my fingers, because I'm barefooted. Y'all see me in the snow, 10 below. You see me in the sun, right? My whole being the atlas, the crystum, carrying the brain, which is not really the brain. When you think about the hypothalamus, as far as the dreams, the pituitary, the adrenal, the importance of it all, because your body makes DMT and all that. The thing is, they have blocked you off. You get your babies and your grandbabies these shots, you get more shots, and you don't really know what you're putting in your body, but you're susceptible to it. Why? Because the frequency of the lie has become not culturally natural. because you have been subjugated to it, and so therefore you're receptive and you accept it. Accept. Reset. You see what I'm saying? Receptive, accept. That means all aboard. All over here. Sept, we're septic. What is septic? It's like, phew, that's a sound, right? Ew, that's a sound. We give it meaning, and we say E-W. E is a sound. It's a vibration. W, right? You. But because you went to so-called education system, and they made you go, this is an E, which is, you got to remember, this is not our language, nor our writing, but it's comprised of our words. So they make things to give them meaning, right? E, W, B. See, y'all not even getting it. And their vibrations and frequencies, but you don't know how to do it in here no more. So being able to do it out here, who has the silver tongue and can communicate better, it's not about that. Who has the power outside instead of inside? The influence. Now, I'm not here to guide you and steer you in this direction. It's deeper than what I'm saying. I'm just attempting to get you to walk a certain way. So that way you're walking in your own footsteps and we can walk together. Never tread in my steps. It can be very dangerous. Not meant for you. As I shall neither tread in yours. See all that I just said? So vibrations, frequencies. If they weren't, they wouldn't be bouncing back and forth. Well, you don't have to worry about the natives all plastered in. It's all right. So what? Let them have their illusion. And they have a wonderful history of the Greater Tartary. And they don't even know about that. So if they don't even know about that, what makes anybody think that they're going to dismiss what the enemy gave them? The very ones that subjugate them, yet everything that they do is pretty much what illustration of us. That shows you their ignorance. We're not here to beat up on them unless they need an ass spanking. And you know, we outnumber everybody, but they give you an illusion. They give you a broken and sad and bad frequency. No, we do. We outnumber everybody. And people still want to be able to senses and the violence and all that because that's what they're showing you when you're the most violent creatures walking the earth. You're not warlike. You are war. You just don't know it. And they need to keep you separated. So they have a bunch of goofies, ignorance, who don't know this. Walking into the den of serpents. You need to wake up. You need to vibrate different. You need to stop accepting every goddamn thing they say. There have been enough good sheriffs that told you when some of these motherfuckers come to arrest you, and this is why they're doing it, arming everybody the fuck up and trying to take your guns. You see Hawaii, right? Then they just recently tell me, oh, okay, now everybody can get their guns up there. They took a whole bunch of shit. You got Hawaiians who don't even know their true history and their identity. I got 100 pictures of niggas in 1890 to 19, all the original Hawaiians. Now everybody's running around with all this mixed Asian, pale skin, and all based on the 1940s and 50s, but they dumbasses not knowing no better. Same thing with Samoa. I got pictures of the original Samoans. I'm like, they was darker than a lot of people, the same way all that we're related. And it's sickening. That low frequency and vibration, that dismissal, that ignorance. How can people forget? Easy. But then it's still dealt with the same way. Some people don't want to wake up. It's not to no fault of theirs. Fear, pain, and strife, and struggles. It takes its toll, y'all. It's a mother. It's a mother. It's an MF. It's rough. But regardless of what it is, the people need to remember that they're great people. And we have to stop fighting with all these people. Does it mean that I need to show love and empathy? You fucking ain't right. Sometimes you gotta say, hey, look, I think where you're coming from. You don't have to accept what I'm saying. I'm not gonna argue with you. But I know that this is my ancestral soil. I know this is my ancestral world. And leave it at that. No feelings bind you to any emotion. And that's that. Not only will you be taller in your stable, but you become stronger. It's not about the assertiveness of foolishness or fools. It's about self-appreciation and discipline. You dig? Let's check it out in podcast so we can laugh. Yeah, for sure. I'm thinking about setting up a podcast this evening too. But I'm gonna get off of here. We've been on an hour. I just wanted to broach upon that. I'm gonna come back and read here in a couple hours. But I need to go out, like I said, exchange this watermelon. It's bruised. And I'm not cutting it open. Let's look for the good part. I just don't do that. And I'll get my mushrooms. Come on back. Check the post office as well. And y'all can donate, people. $, uppercase I, NDIAN, lowercase, uppercase J, lowercase IM, 1. The only. All right. So we're sitting at 125. As I explained to Shnu and a few other people, big jurors of them, I said, it's funny. You know, if I order 3 or 4 books, one might be 19, one might be 25, another one 30. Not only do I have to match that, I have to pay also, well, I get more than that. I have to pay the shipping fee, with part tax are in there regardless. And with Prime, because I have the $14, $15 membership, I pay always, because of the thievery, the stealing and everything like that, I pay the insurance. So y'all act like, I appreciate the few that donated. It's pretty big donations, appreciate that. But it's sitting there. And there are a few books. I've spoke on a few. The books that I'm buying, there's one more. I thought I ordered, I didn't. And it's like $75. And there's like, you know, some books that I had to put delay because you got to remember I was up to almost $1,000 in books. And so they're just sitting there, the ones that I didn't order. And I will order them in accordance as far as what I believe is knowledgeable, what I've read before, what I'm very informed about, what I saw in France or what I read over in Scotland or wherever else I read it. You know, I'm going to share this information and then get off of here. There's certain Latin countries, and like I've been to York, Palma, I've been all over Spain, I've been to Chile. Like Chile, when I went to Chile, they had something going on where they didn't want nobody off the boat to come because they were like, no, they'll be fighting, y'all be fighting, it could be deadly. So we didn't get off. We sat out in the port until they said, okay, they were doing the marches and everything, and they was like, oh, tourists. Let me tell you something. Everywhere I went in, we were never looked down on, messed with, effed with. Now you did, like South America, you got a different group of individuals who have been kind of educated in some bullshit too. And so some things, because of some goofy niggas from California and other places go down there and they do retarded shit. But the majority of the time, never had an issue with nowhere. It was more love, and especially because I knew who I was. Because you gotta remember, I served with some Mongols, talking about they Native Americans, and the French would be like, and they were like, you don't know who he is? And they were going, huh? So they know. Did they teach their children? I believe so, because a lot of them didn't go back to the goddamn reservation. Didn't even want nothing to do with their family, which we used to be like, come on, that's your family. But you have these idiots who be right here, or they fighting a war. You don't get to be around the old people. They kill them because they can't run nowhere. The Amen God of truth of history. That's what wars do. And so they want to come and argue with you. And this time you entertain them with it, arguing back. As if you believe you're supposed to. Love and empathy. I didn't say sympathy. How you going to have sympathy for bullshit? Empathy means that you can empathize. You understand based upon maybe your ignorance, okay? They can't help themselves. They become mem specialists. Even photoshopping old world information, when some of us are actually artists. I've been to many of their art shows, and I see some are pretty good, but they also knew who I was, the ones that I dealt with. Red Rock or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Cool brothers. I was in the Marines, bro. I know who you are, bro. President Nance, but okay, cool, bro. Yo, did you really burn up your CIB? Man, did you really burn up your CIB card? Yeah, I don't recognize this government. You still recognize this government? Well, that's right. They gave you the land. 501c, right? Damn, bro. I was like, yeah, you know, most people don't get it. It is what it is. But it's not hate. You're not going to move nowhere steeped in hate, meeting hate with hate. You're not going to get nowhere. And it's not a mind F and a trick. It's not trickology. It's the trick is making sure that you don't meet at the wall and converse with diligence and respect. Now, if you have an idiot who's talking DNA and all this other foolish stuff that never been to the farm, don't know the first thing about DNA and how it really works, reading some old fictional books, then you stop the parlay. For he's not a nation. Now he might come and say, no, when's the last time you sat with the president, motherfucker? See, because in the 60s, when the Civil Rights Act, my people sat with him, which was the Indian Rights Act, ours. Nobody else wrote it. Nobody else created it. And you can look at all the individuals that sat with the motherfucking president during the signing. That's a nation. I don't want to hear about the two little half-breed motherfuckers that went there just to look at some information based on what the federal government was going to give to them to keep them what they're doing. Keep them. That wasn't the rights. There was nothing about no rights. That was the reward that your people received. Prove me wrong. I love when people start digging and looking, and I'll be like, yeah, what'd you pull out? It's not hate. Sometimes you got to really know what you're saying and what you're talking about discussing. And some of them are relatives, and they don't even fucking have a clue. Believe what you want. I don't care. Y'all listening to enough people who's got enough hate, no empathy, no love. Y'all just listening right to them. And you don't know the importance of having it, because that means you find balance with yourself. For those who have that, they're empty. They're just moving like automatic. You know what I'm saying? Like on auto. Not even really benefiting themselves. How can you benefit yourself if you're not talking the truth, but you're just arguing a fact based on a matter that is divisive? I have no problem with saying, man, you got a world of history in Greater Tartary. And you have a history before that. And you don't want to know it? So the enemy used you, killed a lot of your people, subjugate you against us with fake history, and then you think we're supposed to sit there as great as we are as a people because we got a bunch of dumb idiots running around, subjugate ourselves to your little goofy narrative? Can't do it. And nobody's going to change and manifest and make it different. Well, okay, well, maybe you're native. I'm not a native fucking American. I'm natively born here. I'm autochthonous, motherfucker. And that's when they know, okay, this guy's for real. Yeah. And they get tired of playing dandy and shit. Anyway, Let me shut it down. Let me get off of here. I gotta find the bottom to this so I can set this motherfucker in there. I know it's somewhere over here. I think it's behind my Xbox. So, and I will surely be back. What's that? Okay. Sign languages. I know that's right, baby. They sure do. What black truck you talking about, baby girl? Bruce is bad, definitely. I'm about to take it back right now. I got to get the receipt too. Anyway, I appreciate y'all taking the time to come over and hang in. Number mad love, Mr. Say, what's going on, beloved? Perfect pure TM, I got you right. Yeah, I got you right. All right, beloveds. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Go ahead and do what I got to do. Come back so we can get this read in, get these books rolling out, and then later on, if I don't do a podcast tonight, I'm gonna convert with the guys. I'll do it tomorrow. Speaking on some of these things, and see if when I discuss a few things, we could do it without the matrimony of hate, because it's unnecessary. Trust me. Y'all not supposed to even have a relationship with hate. All right. So I appreciate y'all coming on in. 2-1. Yeah, I'm always going to be safe, brother. Appreciate it. Check y'all on shortly.